What's up, YouTube? What's up, Discord? What's up, everybody? Long time no talk if you're not in my Discord. Otherwise, I talk to you every day. I was doing a little fishing there last week. I haven't posted a video in a couple weeks, but, you know, you're not talking about AMC. You're really not getting a lot of views. It is what it is. If that's blowing your mind right there and you're like, what the hell is this? This is just another episode of Make Your Own Moass, okay? No one's trying to tell you guys to buy or sell anything over here. My Discord, it's basically educational. You learn how to trade. Everybody in there is either learning or is a trader. Everybody's just trying to put eyes on things. It's like Stock Twits or Webull, but without the bullshit and without the trolls and losers. And with information that's credible, accurate, it's something you can act on. So this is IBM. IBM went ham today. This isn't even as high as it went. It went to like 8,000%. I don't have a screenshot of it. You know, busy doing things all day. But the calls went up to like 8,000% or something like that, okay? As it pushed higher. And you've probably heard of IBM, okay? I'm sure you have. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to just show you a few stocks we talked about, what happened, and then show you some of the people winning. There's multiple 5-digit gainers. Just one guy within the last 3 weeks has made 6 figures, all with $250,000 just on a few trades. So, and then we already have a millionaire. That happened in July. January to July, he became a millionaire off $1,400 because he learned it. He understood it. He figures it out. He casually made like 12 grand today, guys. Because he basically knows what's up now. And he knows, you know, he doesn't have to sit around and wait for Moass. He literally makes his own every day. Like 12 grand in a month. You only need one of those trades in a month, and you're good to go. But I mean, he could do as many as he wants. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you some, and I'll show you the winners, and then that's it. And then if you can decide if you want to be in this Discord or not, and then you can come in. And if you don't like it, you can bounce. And if you do like it, you'll probably stay like the other 400 people. I mean, I've got a channel of like 3,600 people. My videos get like 200 views, and I have like 400 Discord members. You do the math on that, right? So something's going on over here that's probably good. And there's no penny pushing. I'm not pumping and dumping any penny stocks or anything. We talk about legitimate companies, legitimate stocks. We actually bash the shit companies around here. So that's IBM. This is my 401k section, okay? In this section, I posted this comment back in July. If you have any powder left, IBM is down 5.3% year to date. How aren't they benefiting from AI? This could be their time to shine. Leaning bullish. And then you put it on your watch list. You figure out if you want to get involved there. And, you know, wait and see what's up. Pick your time, right? But this is all IBM. Like, this is all IBM. 84 results. 84 results, guys. This isn't me showing you something after the fact. This is, I've been talking about this. It's in my 401k section, among many other stocks. Okay. What else happened out there today? Well, the market went a little berserk. Obviously, you had the SPY run up, and then you had the gap fill, and it died. How about Google? You guys ever heard of Google? Well, if you did, you could. I mean, this is a pretty easy chart to read. Google started selling in the morning, and it just didn't stop. And it couldn't get over this green line, which is called a 13 extended moving average. If you don't know what that is, you join the Discord. And you're going to learn, you're going to know right away how to set up your charts so they look exactly like mine. And then when I'm talking about something, you're hearing it and you're understanding it and you're learning it, and it's just becoming second nature for you. Well, if you know who Google is and you want to make 600%, which is 5x, you could have, right? By buying puts. This was a little over 600% today, this strike. And again, many of these you could get in on open and no problem there. Like, it's not like, so for example, that 133 that I just linked, right? This 133 put, okay, it opened at, here we go, I'll just pop it up here. Okay, so it opened at 15 cents and had a low of 13. So the morning was essentially the low. So if you just got in at open for 15 cents and you held it for the day, it had a high of 86 and at the end of the day was 82. So we'll just go with those two numbers. You were like, you know what? I'm going to hold this the whole day, start to close, see what happens. 82 cents divided by 15 cents, that's 546%. Okay, if you did that, you made 546% on Google in a single day. And that means 15 cents, guys, 15 cents is 15 bucks. So you could buy one contract for 15 bucks. You could be the brokest joke on earth and you can turn your 15 bucks into 82 bucks at the end of the day. Okay? Sorry, it's a little messy. I'm trying to write with a mouse. It doesn't really work that good. That means you could turn 150 into 820. And that means you could turn 1,500 in one day into $8,200. And if you were really bearish on the situation, you could turn 15K into $82,000. That might blow your mind, but this is reality. This is what goes on in the real world in trading all day, literally every day. Look at my videos, guys. I talk about this shit all the time. I have 5 watch lists that are different sectors. I wish I could have 6. My broker only lets me watch 250 stocks. And we pretty much watch this kind of stuff all day long. Like, look at Lululemon, right? It scored an upgrade today. Lululemon. Who talks about Lululemon? Nobody talks about Lululemon. We talk about Lululemon. Okay? It pumped on open and it ran all the way to here in the middle of the day. And at that point, you could see the RSI was falling. And it would have been a good time to get out right here. Right there, where this MACD was crossing to the downside, virtually the top, okay? You could have had calls and ran yourself up a couple 100%. Like it was obviously maybe like 400, 500, 600% around that time. Let me just see. I'm pretty sure I posted it, right? Yeah, so at one point it was like 5, 6, 7, 8, 100, 1,000%. Right? Run it up, get your profit, and get out. That's kind of what we do over here, okay? So just to kind of prove we have some gains going on here, this is a father of multiple children, owns his own business, okay? So at this point, you could basically say he's a part-time trader. This is our first millionaire. He made $13,000 today on Pinduo puts. What's Pinduo? If you don't know what Pinduo is, pop in the Discord and you will know, because that's when we talk about. Where's the other individual? So this individual, Stoner, highly successful lately. Okay, sometimes it's about percentage gains. A quick 45%. 45%. If your entire account today, guys, went up 45%, how about 20%? Would you be happy? Right? How about 30%? Would you be happy? That's his account. His account today went up 30%. He's not sharing the amounts, but I said account up 31%. And he says, feeling good, you the man. This is what's going on in the Discord. Okay? This is all happening, whether you join or not. So I always have to put that out there because, I don't really get the trolls anymore, but I'm just saying it is happening whether you join or not. 55%. I'd like to see that man, that guy's, I think he made 97,000 or something last week. Here's 2 accounts, 1 day, MGM puts. So MGM had that hack. You guys know about the hack? If you don't know, get in the Discord. Well, this individual made 145% and 100% on 2 separate accounts for $7,600. Do the math. It's like a couple grand, $3,500 into $7,600. Playing reality, playing the news, playing what's happening in the world around you. making her own Moass. Oh man, where was that guy's massive win while I was away? I mean, I still checked in and things. I made some money myself, like peanuts, but I couldn't really focus. Here we go. $54,000 gain on Amazon puts. $54,000 gain in a single day, 157% on Amazon puts. Amazon's been falling. Okay, the magnificent 7 is it's losing a little steam. They have to shuffle money around. Energy's been up, things like that. Why don't we just pull up other tickers to see what's up? So we've got Google, we've got LULU. What about Apple? And I've said this many times, guys. If Apple goes down $1, it's the equivalent of 24 AMCs. So the entire flow of AMC times like 24, I believe, right? Let me double check that. It's 12 or 24. So Apple's market cap is, shares. Yeah, their market cap 2.78 trillion. So their shares are, what's their shares again? Why can't I find it? 15.63 billion. Okay, so it's got a boatload of shares. So every $1 is $15.63 billion. It went down $4 today, guys. Okay, so it went down $62 billion. AMC's market cap. It's a penny stock, okay? As much as numbers are numbers. It's a penny stock. The market cap is $1.55 billion. Atom has completely eroded its market cap. So, what did AMC fall by today? Apple fall by today? Well, it fell by 40 AMCs. Okay, so each one at this point is 10, not 24. My apologies. 10. Every $1 is currently $10. 10 complete floats, and every dollar, it's 10. So when something like Apple falls 40 AMCs in a single day, the options print, the puts print. And it's the same thing when it goes up. Okay, if it goes up even $1, the puts are up 20, 30, 40, 50%. The calls, 20, 30, 40, 50%. So there's Apple. We've got LULU. Tesla Tesla was on crack today. This number is deceiving because at one point calls, for example, the 265 calls right here, which are only worth $2.78 right now. At one point, they were $8.50. Okay, they were up like 400%. Now they're minus 50 as the market sold off, and puts went up. Puts were like negative 90%, and then now they're up 35%. Have you heard of Tesla? What else do we got? So I like the Google. Look at news. What about news? Well, Coin was a shit show. FedEx. Well, I mean, FedEx is what you would call an earnings play, guys. So if you're like, how do you know what's going to happen? Well, here's like FedEx. This is what happened on earnings. And if you don't understand these terms, please join my Discord. 5.8%. This is actually pretty sketch because their sales were down 7% and they had a miss. And then their forward guidance was bad. But it doesn't matter. This is what big money wanted to do. And what do we do over here? We just let big money decide what they're going to do. And we try to follow the big money. We follow the money. We're the small little remoras. They're the big sharks, the big whales. We're just a little, we're there to pick up the scraps. And if you're like that one individual, the scraps can become $1 million and change your whole life. Or if you're like the other individual who made the 60K this week and then 200K last week, well, those scraps really add up. Cart Instacart, all the IPOs lately, the big IPOs, ARM, Instacart, they're leaving baggies. Okay, I'm not into playing earnings this quarter or any of these major IPOs. I don't know any of the small IPOs. I don't follow that at all. Like ever since HKD, I don't follow it. So it's not on my radar because I know what happens in those situations. One person wins the lottery and everybody else loses their money. That's like the same with Mullen and Bed Bath and Beyond and AMC. All those people, they made their money and they left and everybody else lost. Trades left, MacCourse left, everybody else lost. That's reality. MMTLP, you name it. Okay, that's why for the last year, this is what's been going on over here. This is what we do. This is what we're into. Okay, Pinduo down 4%. What did he scrape off of that? 260%. Roku, Nvidia. Roku. You've heard of Roku? You might have it. You might have, every hotel pretty much has it. Nvidia. How about Nvidia and AMD? You know about Nvidia. Okay, 3.5% on the stock because it's a mega cap, equates to almost 200% on the puts. And look at that chart. How hard is that of a chart to follow in a given day? Traded sideways into the Fed and dumped and couldn't recover at all. And you close out here and don't risk it overnight. Who knows what's going to happen? It's still bearish, but who knows? Okay, and you're out for 150%, 170% gain. So let's say, guys, let's say you have $1,000. Okay, let's just really put this into perspective. Let's say you got half of Google today with your $1,000, 250%. That's times 2.5 plus your original 1,000. So now you're at 3,500. So what happens if the next day? How about the next week? Let's say we only get this once a week. All right. Now let's go with day because it can happen and it has happened in the Discord. 3,500%. Next day you hit something big for another 125%. Plus your original 3,500. Now you're at 78, 75 in 2 days off of $1,000. You get another 125%. This is, let's just go with 1 week. It's now Wednesday. Okay. And what was the original? Plus 7875. So you got $17,718 in 3 days. You got another 125%. We're not even going with 500, okay? We're just going with a smaller amount. So now you're at plus 17,718. Now you're at 40 G's in 4 days. And why won't we go with another? Let's do Friday. You're taking it easy. You only added 50%. 50%. You were like, you know what? I'll just take a quick hit and get it. Plus 39,866. So in 5 days from 1K, you could make like 60 G. There's no guarantees over here. You could go bust. You could play wrong. You could fail to get out. Like you need to exercise some serious stops here. If your shit goes down 15, 20%, you need to get the hell out over here because that can obliterate you real quick. Okay? Or if you're not really risk avert. Like if you can't accept high risk, definitely you don't want to be doing this. But that's why I have the 401k section where you can just buy some shares, load some shares, covered calls, cash secured puts, tight investing, okay? Getting shit at its 52-week low like an IBM, like a CCL, like an Intel when it was $24, 22, $21. CCL when it was $6, right? Talking about some of the cannabis stocks, but I'm not, definitely bearish because they're all Canadian, and as soon as it gets approved down there, y'all going to get it from California or Mexico, and those companies are going to dry out, so why would you pay to import it? But things like that in the 401k section, right? We have daily alerts and callouts like today, like you would have known. Right? What is up and what is down? This is a handy little thing I put out every day. This alone is, to you, should be worth what it costs for my Discord. Just this. Every day. I post this. This saves you time. You don't have to know. You don't have to scan. You don't have to know anything. Essentially, you know that what's down the worst. Okay, it goes up like this, right? This is the worst on the whole SPY. This is the best on the SPY. And why do we care about the SPY? Because these are mega caps. Okay, these are Fortune 500s. They're mega. They're Apple is worth 3 trillion almost. Trillion. Okay? It dwarfs penny stocks, and even mid-cap stocks and even large caps are dwarfed by some of these mega caps, meaning if they move, they really move, right? Goodyear tires. That's been something that's been really active on here lately that I think more people need to pay attention to. Under Armour, something that you can play up and down. This thing cannot make up its mind. United Health, right? I know these tickers, right? AT&T, right? We know this stuff. Because we're traders in here, right? But I mean, even you guys, do you guys know what Microsoft is? Do you know what PayPal is? I'm not sure if you know what AVGO is, but it's like charging. What about Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines? What about Expedia? What about COS? That's, or Kohl's. Sorry, COS. Kohl's. What about Schwab Bank? What about Apple? What about Occidental Petroleum, Carnival Cruise, Netflix? Right? All these stocks that you're very familiar with, that you can play almost like it's a penny stock if you understand options. You do not need massive accounts, guys. So if you're sitting there holding in AMC, holding in whatever, okay, I don't know, I don't care. Do whatever you want. It is your money, right? But maybe you have $100 on the side, and you're like, you know what? He just showed me I can make 1K into 60K in 5 days. That means you could make 100 into 6K in 5 days, and that's not even getting the best results, right? If we really up the ante on Google, I showed you what you could get today, 550% in a single day. That means your $100, right? Your $100 times, it was like 550%. I don't even know. Plus the original 100 means you got 650. If you had 1,000, that's 6,500. If you had 10,000, that's $65,000. It's all on you. And how? I mean, look at the SPY after the Fed, after they said, look, you know what people were expecting to hear out there was pause, and that's what they got. So that's what you see here, this tiny move up, pause. Then he says, we're prepared to do 2 more hikes. No one on planet Earth thought that they would even say that, utter those. What they thought they were going to say was pause through the end of the year, begin cutting. They don't want to cut because the consumer keeps spending. The consumer is spending, getting pay raises, spending. They realize we're not accomplishing anything here. We're trying to crush the little man and the middle man, which is what they're trying to do. I don't know why specifically, but they're trying to crush us. And the middleman and the small man is going, we're not going to show up for work if you don't pay us more because we're getting crushed. We can't even buy groceries, and our electricity went up, 1,000% if you live in Alberta. Like, it's insane. So they get you know what I'm saying? So they're keeping pace with this inflation. Well, not really, but, for the time being, scraping by. And anyway, so they say, oh, we're going to give 2 more raises probably. Tanks it. Look at that. 444 to 438. Like, it was insane, guys. To watch. What happened with the SPY puts? A couple 100%, I believe. Yeah. So this, I believe they were even higher, but obviously into the end of the day, like into close, people are trying to get the hell out, so they're taking below ask. They're just closing below ask, and then that that bumps it down, probably 10-20 cents, so which is quite a bit of percent. Would any of you be happy with that kind of a return if you were waiting, like in the Discord, just waiting and waiting? and then you got that, right? You would probably be happy, right? So here we go. This is what I kind of put out there as well, right? You don't always need to be like, it would have been great to get into Googl right away, but because of the Fed decision, extreme caution, pausing of trading today until the Fed talks. And I post links of the Fed talking. I post the news because the news comes out at like 2, and then the Fed speaks at 2:30, and that's Jerome Powell. All right. So do whatever you want is how it works in my Discord. Everybody here is an adult. We're not 18 pounding our chest, making stupid words up. We're, you know, I'm old. Most people are older, and you know, I'm letting people know, do be cautious, because you can see something like this. This is a prime example of what kind of bullshit you can see. This is Coinbase on 15 minutes. This, on the morning it got blasted. This was red. It was all the way down to 77 from 78.5. Blasted, immediately pumped all the way to 200. Completely dumped all the way to 48. This is in 45 minutes. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay? It was absurd. Traded sideways. That's virtually sideways, and then a massive dump. But if you got into this, you would have been like, oh yeah, we're going up, we're pumping, we're going over, and then they took it away. And then here they're messing with you the whole day. Then the Fed speaks, dumped it, right? Even though Bitcoin did not really dump, this dumped with the market. And if I put it on a 3, it looks even crazier. Look at that shit. Look at this morning. Look at that. What the hell is that? You would have been all over that. Well, not here, because I've said this is no man's land, you guys. It's got to cool. RSI's overbought, and bonk, right down to 13 EMA. What's this coming up? Oh, a MACD crossover to the downside. Oh, shit, what happened? It sold off 78, about $80, down to about $79. Not like some massive sell-up. Oh, what's this? It's going to pump. Oh, what happened? It starts going up. Pump, 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 pump. This is the 3 minutes, so it gets pretty intense. And then it ended the day dump. Tried to get back up out of this sell zone. Didn't make it. Did it in the after hours. Who the hell knows what's going to happen in the morning? If you're out here with some profit and you're all cash, tomorrow you get to make the decision what to do. Rather than buying and hodling some shit, you get to just look at what's happening day in and day out and make up your mind on that day. Or take a day off. You don't even have to do shit. You don't have to fear your account's going to go down if you take a day off, guys, because guess what? It can't go down if you're sitting on cash. Isn't that amazing? Some brokers even pay you for the cash you have sitting in the account. You have to check with your own broker. You know, if you're holding something for dear life, you have to be worried day and night. How do you even sleep? I remember those nights. Okay, they're not fun. I don't enjoy that. Again, not to say this isn't heavy risk, but if you're really noticing a pattern and you're good with pattern recognition and you're okay with self-learning, right? Because you can come in, we're not holding your hand. You're not a 2-year-old. We're gonna, you know, you're gonna sit back. You're gonna pay attention. You're gonna use my resources, which will help you. And if you really green, you buy the premium and you watch the courses. I have over 10 courses, and I have another one coming up this Saturday. It's Q&A. So people come in for 2, 3, and last time it was 4 hours. They come in. I give my Saturday to them, and they get to ask the questions that are on their mind, and we go over that, okay? And that's once a month, included with the premium. But with that, you also get access to all the old classes, so you can use other people's, because you likely have the same questions and answers, or questions that need answers like everybody else, right? You probably have the same ones, or the majority of them anyways. So, you know, the value is there in this Discord. That's all I'm trying to say. The value is there. I would love to see more people in. Okay, I know that there's a lot of people suffering from some market exhaustion for sure, right? Especially after that reverse split on AMC. That thing's trading at 82 cents now, and that's just the facts. It's not $8; it's 80 cents. And it's sad. It's sad, but people were told. AMC told you, if you invest in our stock, be prepared to lose your money. And they said, we need to raise capital. That literally means we're going to dilute our shareholders. Any company that says that, they are diluting you. Diluting you isn't good. Scarcity is good. If there is very few stocks, that's why a lot of the small floats pump. But unfortunately, there's not many people willing to hold them when they pump because most of the small float companies are utter trash, right? So that's the musical shares. You get in, you try to beat people, you get the hell out. Like Apple has a 15 billion shares, and it's a significant amount of value and worth and money because it's not trash. It's overvalued, it's overpriced right now, but it's not trash, right? So the small floats, that's how you can get those kind of crazy pumps. You're not really going to get those crazy pumps on these big floats, but if you look to the options chain, right? Even a 1 or 2% move in a single day, like that's Google's 3.62% on Googl. That's huge, right? That's where you're going to see these insane returns, and you can literally sit and wait for it to happen, sitting on cash. Wait for the right time, strike while the iron's hot, wait for the next one. There's no forced trading over here. You don't have to. Did I miss the boat? Oh shit. Like most 90% of the members in here, they no longer think that way. Every single one of them came in that way. I'm telling you right now. Everybody. What's the play was the major thing when I first started the Discord. That's not even a thing anymore. People don't even really that's, a few people ask, but it's really not the main. People have learned, let's find what it is and let's go with it. And we're going to create the Moass ourselves. And that's what I like to say. Make your own Moass. That's what I'm offering here in the Discord. The link is in the description and it's pinned in the comments. Please do not sign up through YouTube. It's a pain in the ass. It's really hard for me and it's really hard for you and confusing. I just put it there so people are aware that it's something that exists. And I've had a couple people specifically ask me for it through YouTube, but YouTube is YouTube and Google. Discord is Discord. They're not the same company. So signing up through Google is a lot different than signing up through YouTube. Please use the links. That's why I have it down here the whole time so that you can type that in and join. Upgrade.chat/free from it all exclusive. You pick your plan, and with about 2, 3, 4 minutes, you're active on the Discord. Like it starts unlocking and opening it up. Everything is locked in there. You cannot see any content unless you're a member. And again, it's like StockTwits and Webull without all the trash and bullshit and spam and bots and fraud and this and that, right? That's also the beauty of it. I have a stock bot as well that helps you with TA and charting and everything. But that's not at all what we rely on. That is just like one other tool in the toolkit to help some people out. And like as one person mentioned to me today, oh, I can use this to double check my own technical analysis and see how it compares. Exactly, right? And that's what you can also do, floating it off of other members in the Discord who are like you, like-minded. They want to get ahead. They want to succeed. And they'll do it up or down. They don't see this and cry and whine. They're like, oh shit, puts printed 13 grand, 50 grand. Like, they go to town on this. And that's what big money does, okay? Big money plays both sides. It's impossible not to. Money has to move. It can't just go up forever. No stock does. Otherwise, Tesla would be $74,000 a share post split because it would just keep going up, right? It fell all the way to 101 in January, and it's ran all the way up. And I think with these 2 hikes coming in and the pressure and, discounts and this and that, we might be looking to head back towards the 200 zone. That's just my thoughts. Free.